2017, Google reveals that 15% of their daily search actually is new search term. Things are not so clear on the supply end, right? And in order for you to see a full picture, not one-dimensional picture, you have to be able to also see the data or any indicator that come from the supplier end as well. Most people stop here. Most people, when they do their keyword research or content idea research, they go into a tool, they look for the keyword, and whether or not the keyword is long tail, it has some search volume amount, and they're like, oh, it sounds good, so I'm gonna save that into my list, and I'm gonna work on build my content strategies around it. It's fine, it works, but it's a huge waste of effort because you don't have the full picture, right? And we stuck here for a while as the company. Until one day we flipped the picture around, the question around, and we reframed these problems and realized that, okay, if we try to tell Google that we are trying to target that keyword, what do we do? And the most fundamental and elementary things to do is actually just to put that keyword in my title. So if I want to rank for certain keywords, let's say the keyword is nutrition plan for diabetes patient, the first thing I'll do is actually just to put that keyword into the title. And this is actually the most fundamental thing. So every website will actually, if they know about the keyword, they'll do the same thing. Place the keyword in their title. So now all we need to do is to find out how many websites that actually contain that keyword in their title, right? That's where we come across this search operator, this amazing search operator called Owen Title, right? And Owen Title essentially is a search operator that show you all the number of pages that have exact keyword in their title. Simply put, it's essentially represent how many websites know about that keyword and that trying to target that keyword by putting that into their content title. And let's say if you have a keyword that has an Owen title of 100, it means that there's 100 websites that have that keyword in their title and trying to rank for those keywords, right? Let's take an example, a keyword called indoor plant, right? If you search normal, it's about 1 million results here. But if you search for Owen title, there's actually only 32,000 results. But it also means that there's 233,000 titles that contain the keyword indoor plants in it. Extremely comparative. You probably don't want to rank this keyword. You should probably try to avoid this keyword. But then if you, in that same industry, if we target the keyword called indoor plant spray for bugs, a lot more specific, a lot more well-intent. It has 4 million search results, yet they only have 3 Owen title. It means that there's only 3 websites that have this title containing their website, in their content title. So with this knowledge in mind, we start to develop what we call a Zen Matrix. And the Zen Matrix work with the purpose that it will help us to filter out keyword that breaks them down into different zones that would fit with different timing, different resources, and different strategy needs of our customer, right? And this is how it works. So on the x-axis is represent on the demand side. And the length of it is the search volume. And the search volume length will break down to 2 parts, low and high. And on the y-axis, similarly, is represent the supply end. It's all the websites, and it's the high and low represent the amount of Owen title data. And this number fluctuates depending on what industry you are in, but generally you would have a very good idea. But today we'll not go into too much details, but we'll have the filter built out first, right? So the matrix works like this. When you have the low and high on each, it will break this area down to 4 different zones. And the first zone we go into today is called Decay Zone, right? Decay Zone is very interesting. Decay Zone has very high Owen title, but very low demand. It means that they have a very few people search for this keyword, yet there's so many websites ranked for those. And these are the keyword that actually once was a very trending keyword. It's now declining on the other side of the hill, right? For example, PS5, where to buy, that's a keyword, right? But it was so trending at some point during 2020 when it first launched out, that's every website trying to go and rank for that keyword by putting that keyword into their title. But now the keywords start to die down because it's no longer are the keyword that people looking for as much, right? And you don't want to get into this zone, right? These are the zone to avoid at all costs. It's not good for any planning. If you go in there, you're going to waste so much effort, time, money, resources, human effort, whatever it is, right? And the ROI of this keyword are going to be very low. So any keyword lay onto this zone, avoid at all cost. Second zone is what we call mature zone. And mature zone is the zone where it has the keyword that fall into this zone are the keyword that has very high search volume, but also very high Owen title. These are the keyword that consistently have high demands, and therefore it also have consistently very high suppliers, right? These are the keyword that fit very well with your long-term planning if you ever want to target a niche or an industry, because you really have to look for the keyword that have some competition, but also very high demand, because it's also in Google's in Google standard. The moment you try to target that keyword, it's also gain trust in Google's eyes. But it is only good for your long-term planning. You can expect to rank this keyword in a very short term, right? So it's not good for your quick organic traffic earning, right? But it's very good for your long-term strategic planning. You want to be in here, particularly if you can find keyword that have moderate to medium Owen title, but very exceptionally high search volume. Those are great potential keyword. All right, the third zone we go into here are what I call opportunity zone. And our opportunity zone essentially is new keyword that's just blossom. You have some people start searching for them, but very low amount of websites. So only a few websites that actually know about them and targeting them. So these are the kind of keywords that give you very easy and fast, quick opportunity to rank. So you can rank very fast, very quick, and not so much effort, but you will need a lot of this keyword to cover your organic growth base, right? This is very good for your short-term planning, but it also really good for your super long-term planning, because I also consider this zone to be compound interest zone. Any content ideas that spring out of this keyword zone are great for your long-term development, right? So slowly, if you just consistently aim and target these keywords, by a year time, you'll be able to cover so many of these organic keywords, and as they grow together, you're gonna have a really great base of organic growth. And this is what actually HubSpot do really well in executing these type of keywords, right? Quick fact here, by 2017, Google reveals that 15% of their daily search actually is new search term. So a lot of opportunity come into this type of keyword and of zone, of this zone. So pay close attention to keyword in this zone. And the final zone I want to share with you about is called what we call Candyland Zone. And in Candyland Zone, this is the most ideal zone you could possibly be, right? These are the zone where it contains keywords that have very high search volume, but low Owen title. Few websites that actually know about these demands for them to match. Just like indoor plant spray bugs, that is a great keyword because it has very high. Well, I think I remember it was 1,003 search volume, right? A month. Yet there's only 3 websites that are actually targeting this keyword. So that would become a great content idea that you could pick on, right? These keywords typically are longer keywords, so they call it long tail keyword. 3 and 6 word in length or even higher. They're great keywords for all of your planning, be it short-term, medium, or long-term planning. It's good for everything. And these are the kind of keyword that you want to target on almost right away. If you see it, that's the keyword you want to target on.